Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Makayla and welcome. We are going to be doing a makeup tutorial slash video on how to do certain things with makeup, and I'm gonna go a little more into like detail with how I do things for like contouring and concealer and all that good stuff, so you guys can try this stuff at home on your own and get like the same looks, or if you've always wanted to know how to contour or like use concealer, bake and all that good stuff, then you'll know how to do it in a very simple way. So first off, I'm gonna start with my primer. I'm gonna be using the Photo Finish foundation primer from Smashbox, the Radiance one. It's kind of got a little bit of a like shimmer to it, just because I want to look a little more shiny today, I guess. That's the mood I'm in. So I'm going to use this primer. I don't know if you can see this. I don't think you can see that. Anyways, it's got some like shine to it. So I'm priming. You don't have to prime necessarily. I just like it most of the time. Sometimes I do forget, like if we're being honest here. I do forget sometimes. I'm like, oh yeah, I should have put that on, and then I just don't. And then I'm like, oh well, I'll survive. But I do prefer primer over not wearing it, just because I think it does make my makeup sit better. Alright, so my primer is on now. I use two different concealers. You don't have to use two different concealers. So I'm using the Wet n Wild Light Ivory Photofocus concealer, and I just use this for like pimples or spots I don't want to necessarily be very noticeable when I'm doing my makeup. So I just apply this on the little spots on my face, and then I'm gonna go in with a beauty blender and just kind of blend those out a little bit so they're not just like these giant spots underneath your makeup. It's like I'm not even wearing it, but now those spots are like more disguised. Next, I'm gonna be going in with the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation in Porcelain because I'm a dead girl. We're just gonna get that all over the face. And I'm going to a football game. Calypso. The cat was traumatized today. He doesn't really like strangers. And my dad had some friends over and brought them down here and freaked my cat out really bad. So now my baby is just being crazy. But anyways, we're gonna blend out this foundation with the beauty blender. I am weird and I use the middle of my beauty blender to blend out my makeup, because I'm strange like that. And then I just use like the little top part for my eyelids, like on the side of my nose and under my eyeball. And then the rest of the face I just use like the whole side of the blender. The reason I'm covering my lips is because I like to overdraw them a little bit, so this way my natural pigmentation is like gone per se, so I can draw a little bit outside it without it looking weird. Okay, I'm gonna blend it out to death. Next, I use the Bare Mineral Stroke of Light in Luminous 1. It's like a pinky color. So I use this as my concealer basically under my eyes. And I just like use a pretty good amount under the eyes just because I want them to be really bright and pretty. I want it to cover my eye bags because I don't sleep, so that helps. The reason I personally like this on my nose, so I like used to never do my nose. I was like, I don't understand why people do that. It's so weird. But I have like a weird thing with makeup not sticking to my nose well. And so I started using this on it. Well, any concealer really. And when I blend it out with the blender, like the beauty blender, and like set it, my nose doesn't like look like there's like nothing on it like it does sometimes when I wasn't doing that before. So if you have an issue with makeup like sticking on your nose well, I would try concealer and then just bake it, because it does like keep it on really well. Like my nose looks like 500 times better because of it. And then I just do the little bit in between the brows to brighten and everything. The under eye just helps you look more alive and keeps those bags away from creasing and all that good stuff. So it's all blended out. I'm gonna take the Maybelline Fit Me loose powder in 05 Fair, because like I said before, I'm a dead girl, so I gotta have all the light stuff. So this is the powder I use for baking. So I take a pretty good amount on my beauty blender, and then I just like push it up into my under eye, and then you repeat and just push a decent amount in there. On my nose, I kind of blend it in a little bit more because I don't want to have to wipe away much off of the nose. So I try to like keep it more simple, and then just a tiny bit through here. So anywhere that you like did your concealer, it's good to bake it a little bit, just because it helps hold it on better, keeps those spots nice and bright. So that is your base of everything, pretty much. Next, we're gonna contour a little bit. I don't contour my nose, so sorry, I'm not gonna have that in this video because I have not gotten very good at that yet, and I'm not gonna be all like, oh guys, I totally know what I'm doing, when I have no idea. Noses are a little bit more extreme. So I'm gonna be using the BH Studio Pro Cream Contour Palette. I'm using this, the lightest brown shade in it, for my contour color. I love this stuff because it blends out so nice. So just take like a little, this is an angled contouring brush from e.l.f. for this. It's just like the perfect size to not get too much product on your face. So I just do like a line like that, basically like in between like my cheekbone and my like jawline. Just a little bit below the bone, like the full of your cheek. And then we do the jawline a little bit. And then if you do under your chin, this helps if you have like a double chin or just like more skin or something. So basically this gives the illusion of less down here. And then I just do a tiny bit around my forehead by my hairline. Nothing too crazy. And this, I don't do this because I want like a smaller forehead, because I know my forehead is not very large. I do it because I kind of like how it melts like my hairline into like my makeup, so it's not like this like super white and then super dark hair going into each other. It's kind of like a super dark hair into like this pretty middle ground color into like my super pale skin. So that's why I personally like contouring my forehead. I don't contour my forehead because I want to make it smaller. That's why I don't bring it down all crazy all over the place, you'll see. Then I'm just going to take a Wet n Wild flat brush, which is real flat, and then just swirl in little circles real lightly to blend in the cream. So this helps blend so you don't have too much product on your face. If you're afraid of how the contour is like looking because you're not used to it and everything, this you can just blend and blend and blend and blend and blend with, and then it'll be like you didn't even really do it, but it'll still be there. And then you just blend down in here. I don't know if you can see that. And then your forehead, I just blend this up into my hairline basically, and just kind of bring it more towards the middle. Oh, my baby hairs are freaking out. Get some water really quick. Next, I use the BH Shade and Defined Hidden Color Contour Palette. This is the like powder one. This is what I'm going to use to set what I just put on my face. And I just take that same flat brush, and then I'm using this shade, so the second darkest shade in this palette, and I just take a tiny bit on my brush, just like dab it in there. I start back up in here into the hairline and drag it down just a little bit over it, and that's just going to define it more. So this is setting it, defining it, all the good stuff in one, basically. Blend that out real good. I'm just gonna blend this a little bit more through here. So that's the contouring. Nothing crazy, real simple. It looks good. It's not like over the top. I'm too pale for that, so if you are lighter skinned, this definitely works without looking like too much. If you are a little darker, you can go a little more extreme if you need to. I just personally can't. I could, I would just look crazy. Alright, next I'm going to do a tiny bit of bronzing. So I'm going to be using the Bare Minerals Invisible Bronze in Tan. I love this stuff. It has become like the only bronzer I like so far. I haven't tried very many yet. Just because, you know, you're pale, you don't necessarily, sometimes you want color, sometimes you don't want color. I used to be like no color whatsoever in my face, and then I was like, you know, I need a little bit of color. I look like a literal ghost in every single photograph I take, and yeah, it's just not cute. So I'm going to take this right over where that contour is, just above it a little bit, and just warm it up a tiny bit, even though this isn't that warm. It's like a little more of a cool bronzer. And I just use it everywhere that I contoured. I think it also blends contouring better. So it's just a little bit of bronzer right over those same spots you were just on. Next, we're gonna do blush. So this is super pink. I'm obsessed with super pink blushes. You obviously don't have to use super pink blushes, but I just take a pretty large brush and I use just a little bit. I start about the apple of the cheek and kind of like pat it in there, and then just like move up a little bit, and then I use like I go in a second time and I start in the like hairline temple area and kind of bring it up into that area so it just seamlessly blends. It also helps like draw the eye up, so it brings your cheekbone up. It just makes everything look like lifted and beautiful, and so just blend that up into the hairline, up a little bit into the temple. Yeah, it just draws the eye up. Now I'm just gonna take this little flat bookie and wipe away my bake, because it's been on for like 80 years. Now I'm gonna go in with my brows. So what I do is I take my little pomade. I know a lot of people don't like to use pomade. I really like it. I think it works the best for me personally. I know it can be a little extreme because it is heavier than if you did it with like a pencil, but you can just take like a little wand thing and kind of like wipe through it to kind of take away some of the product so it's not so thick and heavy. I don't do that because I do personally enjoy my eyebrows being a little like thicker and heavy, but still looking more natural. What I do is I start at the end because you want most of the product at the end anyways. So I do a little bit of product on this brush and I just blend down into where my eyebrow ends, down over here. And I draw out just a tiny bit longer than my eyebrow is. And I go in the front and draw a little bit up in the top part, like underneath. And then I just drag it out to kind of meet the middle and back. I do not make a super defined line though. I kind of like feather it back so that it's not like this just like huge like wow and then crazy. Then I take the brush with a little more product on it and I start about front middle area of the eyebrow and drag that back, and I just feather this a little bit forward so that it gets like thinner and lighter as I go forward, and then kind of drop into the like actual hairs of your eyebrow. So that's most of the brow. Then I'm just going to take a tiny bit more product and go into this front and just like push upwards into these hairs like I'm drawing little hairs. I don't make little hairs very well. I just kind of make it look more full and crazy up in here. But yeah, just push these hairs up in the front. Then I'm just going to do the other eyebrow really fast. Okay. Now, I'm weird. I use my brow gel after I put my makeup on. I don't know why I do this, but I do. So I take the little gel and just kind of brush through the front and then go up to the back. This helps your eyebrow look fuller and more put together. You don't have to use brow gel. I just recently started using it and I've become obsessed with it. And you want to brush up, not down. And that's just gonna hold your eyebrow hairs in place pretty much. Makes them look all fabulous and whatnot. Next, I'm gonna take this little duo thing and I'm just gonna take the pressed powder and I take it and I do it right in between my contouring on my cheek and jawline. I feather this down like so onto this just to help blend my contour a little bit better with my face. Now, I'm gonna put on my highlight real quick. I'm using my Wet n Wild Blossom Glow because it's so pretty. And I'm just using like a little tapered highlight brush. We're just gonna go in, swirl it around. This also helps just brighten and draw the eye up. You want to highlight up towards your hairline into your temple too. And then we'll just do a tiny bit on the nose to make it cute. Now, I don't wear like a whole lot of eyeshadow when I do wear eyeshadow. The main thing I wear is like white. And I'm pretty sure this palette does not have white in it. It just has like a light cream color, so I'm just gonna use that. So I'm using my Carli Bybel palette. This is my all-time favorite palette in the entire world. They're about to stop being made, so if you don't have one, you should get one. I think they keep going on sale for different prices on BH. I've bought this one obviously at Ulta for full price. This was like $22.50. And then I bought my second one for like $16. And then recently, because I'm crazy and I need apparently 3 of them, I bought it for like $13, and then the sale prices keep jumping back and forth on BH's website. So if you have not tried this palette, this is the best time to get one because it's almost gone. I think next month, like in some point in April, they will not be sold anymore. So if you don't have one of these, pick one up quick. This is like the prettiest palette I've ever used. These are all shadows up here, and then these are all highlighters down here, and they're just beautiful. And you can use these as eyeshadows too, the highlighters. But anyways, so I'm just gonna pick up this cream color here, and we're just gonna apply that all over the lid. So the way I do this is, first of all, helps your eyeshadow stick, but it also helps like brighten your eye. I feel like it just helps like lift it, make it look more bright, make it look more uniform, just put together better. I don't really use primers for eyeshadow because I don't really know why, I just don't. So this is kind of my way of priming, so it kind of helps creasing and everything like that, which is nice. And it just really blends out your eyeshadow when you are applying it. So it's good to use like a lighter, just neutral shade. It can have sparkle in it if you wanted to. Sometimes I'm like all about the sparkle. Most of the time I'm about the sparkly eyeshadow. Sometimes I don't mind these more like matte bases though, just depending on what I'm doing. So that is my eyeballs. Mascara. I feel like most people know how to apply mascara. I'm just applying it so I look alive. If you want a really good mascara, this Essence Forbidden Volume is amazing. I've used it in like all my videos lately because I bought it for like, I think it was like a drugstore makeup haul or something, I don't even know. And literally it has been my favorite since. Almost like wearing false eyelashes. If you get mascara on your eyelid, just take a like brush and you can pretty much blend it out really quickly. And then it's like it never even happened. Next, I need to sharpen my lip liner real quick. Okay, so I'm just taking lip liner. I do a little overdrawing. I don't go too crazy with the lip liner though. So I'll just draw right below my lip line to make my lips bigger. Right below it. Try to draw as even as you can. Then on the top, I draw right above my lip line. And then however your lip shape, follow that shape really, really carefully. And then repeat on the other side. The reason I fill in all of my lips is, first of all, keeps your lip color on better because it has a base to stick to. Secondly, I do overdraw, so I want literally a seamless transition from the lines on the outside of my lips into my lips, so that it's not like, oh, she totally overdraws her lips. I can totally tell because I do overdraw a decent amount, so I want it to blend as amazingly as humanly possible. So fill in for it to stick really well and to help blend out if you are going to overdraw, so it doesn't look like you overdrew them as much. Like obviously like people can tell usually a little bit, but if you're going extreme like I do, you want to make it as blendable as humanly possible. And then next I'm going to use my lip color now, and it's from ColourPop. It's called Cookie. I don't know if I've actually ever used this because I bought it like 80 years ago and it just like kind of sat, and I was like, you know, I need to start using all this makeup I own. But I always use matte lipsticks. I don't know if I'm going to get into the whole gloss thing yet. I haven't found glosses that I like. If you guys know of lip glosses that aren't so sticky, you should comment below so I can try them, because I can't deal with that super nasty sticky feeling. I don't like when my lips like don't come apart, like, you know, when you like rub them together and like, but like way slower than that even. I don't like that feeling. So if you guys know of lip glosses that are just like more, I guess, maybe creamy or something, you should totally let me know about them. Okay, this is the greatest tip I can give you for lips. Out of all the tips I just gave you for makeup, this is the best of the best. This is a lip brush, super little, like little, tiny itty bitty. This is how you help when you overdraw, or if you're just not really good at following the lines of your lips or whatever. This is gonna help you shape everything out seamlessly, like it looks perfect. So you're just gonna take this little brush and follow the lines you already made and just blend out any like imperfections. It also helps blend the lip color into the liner, because I am not one of those people that likes them to not be blended in together. I can't handle that whole lip liner line from your lips color. I just can't do it. Do you see how much better those look now? Alright, so that is my full face, I'm just going to take this little setting spray here from Urban Decay, bathe in it. I don't know why I go up into it, like it does something magical or something, I don't even know. So this is my final look with all the makeup. It's pretty simple, not too crazy, it's more natural looking, but it's a good way to do all these tricks and make it look really pretty and just clean and simple and beautiful and all that good stuff. I didn't do my eyeliner in this video. I have a separate video for that. I will link it below and I'll make one of those little pop-ups for you guys, so you can go check that out if you want to see how I do my eyeliner. I think that's all for this video. I hope this helped you guys like know why to do certain things or how to do certain things the way I do them anyways. Obviously you can do them however you want. These are just how I personally like to do things, and it's worked really well for me when I do my makeup and whatnot, but you should try them out for yourself, see if you like them. If you don't like them, that's cool, but if you do like them, I'm super excited that it worked for you, and you guys should totally let me know if you do try any of these things out and like how you feel about them. Even if you don't like them, you can let me know. I won't be offended. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this made you guys want to go home and put on concealer under your eyes and on your nose and everything, and try contouring for the first time if you haven't, or if you have and you just don't know how to blend it out well. I hope this helped maybe with like the brushes I use or the techniques I use. But yeah, so I hope this helped you guys a lot, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you did, leave a thumbs up and a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye guys!